And a member will just walk in and obtain something and pay with ease. But such things can no longer be seen. I want us to go back there because it was serving us and at the same time bringing in money into the cooperative. Finally, taking stock of other existing businesses of the cooperative, we're all aware that we have lots of investments scattered everywhere. We don't even have the details, but by the grace of God, when we get there, we will get to know what is there and take stock and see the ones that is still functional, see the ones that can be sold off, see the ones that will help us to bring in money to service all the debts we're talking about. Thank you everyone. God bless you.
I've just been informed that Mr. Daniel is around now. Can you please wave?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you make your way to this point?
Follow here. Follow here. Let's go.
I think let me go. Okay. Sorry, 1 minute. Hello, sir. Are you coming? Sir, are you coming for the manifesto? Tomorrow is archive. It starts from 9. Okay. Okay. All right. And the manifesto, the deputy director. Sorry, House is from the office of the director of cooperative, so that's why I had to. Yes. Akin, are you ready? Yes. He just come. He just give me 1 minute. Let me. What we are expected to do is make a presentation of why the office fits. Look at our problem and tell us the solution. And when you talk, mind your diction. This is a friendly environment. You can see people smiling, especially the ladies. I don't know why men are frowning. So it's one big family. So let's talk to ourselves. Where is the copy of your manifesto?
Yeah, actually, let me just speak because I see it is
okay.
For me to come.
No problem. No problem. So your time starts now.
So the chairman of the electoral body and the executive, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to dwell on the existing protocol they established. My name is Mr. Juan Daniel Panley, the staff of Fcda, Revenue Department. I'm in Accounts Department. I pay for the disposition of a vice president. I've worked different places. Campaigning, you can see my poster, but I don't want to take much of your time. But along the line, I said yes, it is politics. One can step down for somebody so that we work together. So that is it. I came here to declare that I'm not contesting again. I have stepped down. Let it be in record officially. I've stepped down. But I will never relent in supporting Fcda Cooperative. Because I know, we know the pains that we're having there. But I know the people that are here, they are capable. And we pray God will screen the best ones to handle this piloting of this Fcda Cooperative. So that is it. So if I see you have any paper, yes. Because I know I don't even... so who are you saying? Okay, let me give you the reason. Yeah, I have a tight schedules by the grace of God toward the end of the year and next year. And I don't want to swear an oath that I will stand to do the work and I fell. It will die on me, so I don't want that. That is basic. So by the I think campaign will end today, but yes. So by the grace of God, we will see how we work to see the reality of this cooperative. Thank you very much. People need to pay me.
Information is very important and very germane.
Very classified.
So please, and please, endeavor to listen. As we speak to you now, we have printed the ballot paper. And that means that his name is included on the ballot paper. Because of the time he's stepping down, by the power conferred on me, I wish to categorically say that any vote casted for him tomorrow by the grace of God is null and void. I wish to repeat again, because I know some people will still come and ask questions. That because he has stepped down, the implication of that is that he is relinquishing all his rights to be voted for.
Exactly.
On the election coming up tomorrow, peradventure there's any vote credited to him, whether intentionally or unintentionally, vote is not. Our declaration is clear, and that is what we are going to stick to, and that's why we have a video coverage here that is taking everything. However, immediately after the election, we are going to entertain every complaint so that no stone will be left unturned. For the avoidance of doubt, we are aware that some people are planning to come and disrupt the election. If they are your friends, please tell them that we beg them not to come. Not because we fear them, but when fire see fire.
Yes, sir.
One fire will burn.
Yes.
But because we are colleagues, because we are friends, honestly speaking, the measure we have put in place is such that if such happen, even you will ask us, why are you going this far? But my faith tells me that the kingdom of God suffers violence. And it also tells me that I should be as wise as serpent, but as gentle. I wish to hang my boots. So, sir, where is Daniel?
That's gone.
Oh, that's gone. You can repeat it to us. Hello, one else. Akin, are you ready?
Yes.
Sir, your time starts now. Hello, one else, please. One else.
Mr. Chairman, electoral body, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kings Ovi Akromi, registration number 1339. Before I make my submission, I want to establish some facts. Cooperative money, you stay cooperative money, you attract cooperative cases. That's true. Cooperative money is not for people to eat. When you eat public money like cooperative, it's not politics money. Once you get the money and things start happening to you, you don't know where it's coming from. So people with lack spiritual understanding eat cooperative money. The second fact is we are all stakeholders here. Nobody is superior to anybody. We are co-contributors to cooperative. So nobody is superior. This office is designed for the smooth running of the cooperative. So being your president, vice president, to the last person, we are all equal. That's my tip. Yeah. My vision is this, I have a vision. The vision is to make the Fcda multipurpose cooperative a reference model
for all other cooperating in the FCT. And how do I go about this? I am going to provide a cooperative multi-purpose services of a superior quality for members using the corporate social responsibility. The corporate social responsibility is a new model for business people. I'm going to explain that as we proceed. Fellow cooperators, it is a great privilege to really stand before you today. Honestly, I'm so blessed. I've been enjoying this right from day one of this manifesto. And so much has been said about the cooperative, so much has been said. And I do boldly let us know today we are part of the problem of the near collapse of the cooperative.
Of course.
Through our mission, by mission or commission, we are part of it. Every good cooperative should be able to provide savings for retirement people, for people who are retired. Every good cooperative society should be able to provide loans for its members, should be able to provide pay its members dividends, should be able to provide cooperatives with to collect goods in a good term. What I mean, in a well-negotiated term, that's what I mean. And moreover, every good cooperative system should be a place where information dissemination is everybody's business. It's not a one-man thing. So, now wait for that to say, any cooperative society that cannot perform all this responsibility I just mentioned is not a cooperative society. It's a cooperative society that has failed. So if I'm elected as a vice president, I will introduce a model, like I said, known as the corporate social responsibility. With this model, corporate social responsibility, every member of the cooperative will be part of the decision making of what is going on. Everybody will be carried along. You see, I will talk about equity, equality, transparency, we talk about honesty. These are not commodities you buy in the market. There's a program you put in place to implement this. And this can only be done through corporate social responsibility, where decisions are being made by everybody democratically through a vote. And for instance, we want to buy an item, we put in the vote. We really need this, we all vote and say, okay, we want this. Then that is called corporate social responsibility. And it eliminates, you see, the basic principle of corporate social responsibility is transparency, sustainability, and accountability. There are other factors too. But once you put this model in place, it checkmates automatically everything. Nobody will tell you, I'll be sidelined, I'll be marginalized. No, you were there when we made the decision. We were there when we said we're going to do this, we're going to do that. So every member will have a vote. And once you have a vote, you use your vote as your voice to do what you want to do. Furthermore, every cooperative society thrives on lending. This is a traditional thing. See, why most cooperative societies fail today, they deviated from the traditional role of a cooperative society. The paramount thing about cooperative society, the cardinal point is loan lending. Now, I said I will emphasize this more than any other factor for revenue generation. Moreover, any cooperative society, it beat my imagination. You have a car that's not working, and you kept the car for 5 years, and you have the possibility of selling this car to borrow the money for somebody that will pay you interest. So why keeping that car? I think it has to do with ignorance. A cooperative society that have assets, you have assets in terms of land, in terms of other things, they'll be lying down there, even without value, cars that have been parked there for a long time, without value, they're not working, they are dead. No, it's ignorant. You call the AGM, you call the cooperators together, you come with this corporate social responsibility. We vote if this thing has to be disposed, the money has to be borrowed to the cooperators. Now the first thing is, if you start borrowing money to the cooperators, you start redeeming your integrity. Now the cooperative have no integrity in the first place. And to start reviving, getting better integrity, you can start by giving loans. And that is the cardinal point. And when you start giving loans, you start buying back the trust of the people. So that is the area that I will lay emphasis on. Then I now said that you have like all those assets that are really moribund, they are not providing anything, and they just kept there. So you come back, you come together as a corporate social responsibility, take decisions with every man's vote, you can dispose them and put the money to the cooperative, use it to pay off loans, give them out as loans that will give you interest at the end of the day. It's a common sense. It's not a rocket science. Honestly, it's not a rocket science. Like I do say, if I have a car that is kept for 5 years, it's not working, and I decide to say, okay, we need money, 5 of us need money, Let's say, okay, I sold that car for 500,000 naira. I gave each person 100,000 naira. That is how much 500,000. Or you pay 10% at the end of the year. Then you see, and that car has been there for 5 years. And you see, within that year, you made how much? How many percent? You made 30% to 10 places, into 5 places. You made 50%. So you start making money, generating money. That is what it takes. Another thing is, when I become if I'm elected as your vice president, I will advise, I will play dominant by advising, assisting, becoming president with result-oriented programs, such as program for promptly liquidating of all current loans that exceeded the provisions of the bylaw. In other words, my time is up. Okay?
Go on.
Program for vigorous member savings and new membership drive. What I mean, vigorous savings and new membership drive is, once you give loans, automatically you are saving. Because the deduction you make every month will be kept as saving while you are giving out the money as loan. So you balance, you save automatically, you program a system for saving. Another thing is an effective program for building up cooperative capitalization through partnership. There are some things we don't even need money to do. We have to invest. There are people there who really want to invest. We look for them, get the space for them. In the whole of this FCT here, we don't have a cooperative shop. All we need is a space. There are people who are ready to fill it. And in our terms of 50-50, we can have an agreement. They bring the goods. We negotiate with them. You don't need to buy things expensive there, and you start paying through your nose. With this cooperative shop run by partnership, there will be a good negotiated term between you and the partner. And the last one is introduction of cooperative shop, like all of us do say, is necessary. It's very good for the cooperative. It helps the cooperators, and it helps to ease some of their pains. So a cooperative that cannot provide all these things is not a cooperative. So if we can't do what I said, I think we'll be there. And if we
round up. But no problem.
Thank you.
The law is made for people, not the other way around. We are trying to be flexible so that we will all enjoy the manifesto and nobody will be under any pressure, as the case may be. Leaders are made in heaven.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And the grace of God, the last but not the least on our list is Oibo Caroline Nkechi.
Present.
Listen, man, can you find your way to this? Take this room.
Sorry.
Are you ready? So, Ma, your time starts now.
Good afternoon, my chairman, my INEC committee, my fellow cooperators and supporters.
One house, please.
My name is Oyibo Caroline Nkechi. I am a BSc holder in economics and also national diploma in business admin and management. My membership number is 2510. Presently, I've worked in so many secretariats, and now I am EPRS. I'm contesting the post of Vice President of this noble association, Fcda Cooperative Society. I believe the fact that Fcda Cooperative has the capacity not only to meet our collective economic and social needs, but exceeding the expectations and beyond, with a leadership
One house, please.
that will demonstrate discipline, transparency, sound necessity and work for. Today, the transformation of our great corp built on these shared values to our great admiration. Our aspiration to yield more profit to members, culminating in fact that the current management ethos has been able to perform at. There is need to work harder with the right team in spirit and in character to maximize the strength of our member and brand identity to build the best cooperative society in Fcda. To consolidate on these sweet assets recorded on by the past executive, riding on the back of core objectives of benefit, finance and enterprise, I will focus on working with the team to move the cooperative much higher, to achieve more for all operators, improve high investment interest, and provide better opportunity for members. My mission and vision. I shall focus on consolidating and realizing the following. 1, a strong government and internal control system. In this internal control system, if I should go further, we have this idea of digital system to be adopted in the system so that it will help us to go wider and grow better in our system. In the sense that whatever we do should be captured, not living in an analog system. This time we employ so much system that will help us. Another thing again, we should equally include the idea of visible system, in the sense that whatever we do in the system, that once you plug in, you see, just like the way this FCTA's cooperative are now doing, and it's helping them to work it out. 2, drive for the value optimization and more benefit to members in all cooperative investment. Like in our investment, the idea of we build houses for future use, I think the thing has really failed us. Presently, equally, I still refer to AMC Cooperative, where they did the idea of, at the end of the year, whatever they do, whatever the contribution they had, they will not use it to buy. If it's land, they will not share it to members. No idea of let's build house. At the end of the day, the idea of everybody or the eyes of everybody will be there to be watching who will accumulate it or who will occupy it most. Then promote opportunity for the deal, for this generality for all members. Or every opportunity the opportunity we are talking here, we are saying that at the end of the day, this borrowing system should be highly adhered to. We should always help our members to access their money whenever they need it. Then 4th, I will be loyal to my president. Whatever he says to do that is right, I think we should be able to do it. And the other way he's going other way around, I should be able to advise. Please, let's if you get it right, being a woman that I am. 5, I shall be liaison between the president and the co-cooperators. Cooperators, whenever they call me as the vice president, by the grace of God, I should be able to reach my president and tell him, please, hear the cry of your people. To achieve this and many more, I humbly and respectfully seek your vote to become the next vice president of our great cooperative. No doubt we have lots of work to do. All this can be done with your full support to make our cooperative better in Nigeria. Long live cooperative society. Long live Fcda.
Very much. I wish to announce to all of us that presently now we are live on YouTube. To some of our staff that may not have opportunity of joining us here, you can connect with them and tell them to follow us on YouTube while they watch live what we are doing here. It's not a secret society. And in as much as we know we have challenges, we are reaching out so that even though they are far away or they are busy, they will still meet their candidates and they will still listen to them. They can play it as many times as they want to take decision on who to give their vote to. We are putting in place all this just to make the election credible, transparent, and worthy of giving it all that it takes to deliver on good election. So, it's It's already been posted around. It will get to you if it has not gotten to you. I'm posting it to all groups that I belong as the labor leader. So if you don't get it, you can reach out to us. We will. Even after this event, you still have opportunity of watching it over and over again. And I pray God will guide us.
Amen.
I think we have exhausted our list, but for the avoidance of doubt, I want to call again the Mr. Aguazu. Is he here now?
No, I'm saying.
It's okay. However, we have exhausted the list for all the contestants of the position of vice president of this our noble cooperative. Can all the contestants be upstanding, please? Where you are standing, just stay there. Number one, number two. I can't see that. Is there anybody there?
Yes, number 3.
Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 7. So we are taking 7 questions. Don't bother to raise your hand. We won't give you opportunity. Because the window is closed. After we have taken the 7 questions, then the electoral are free to answer any question they may want to, and I will finally ask my question if I so desire. So can we start with number 1?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Sorry, 1 minute. In your question, you have liberty to ask all of them. Our diction. Respect is reciprocal. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to, before I ask my question, I want to use this opportunity to thank the umpires.
Introduce yourself first.
I will.
And you are talking, no.
I will.
Sir, come
I want to use this opportunity to thank the umpires who have been doing reconciliation. You don't delve in and tell me you will do this, you will make sure everybody cooperates. Reconciliation, you've got to tell us how you're going to go about reconciliation. When you get into an entity, you must know what is there, what has been taken out, and what is remaining. You can't just go in and tell me that you start to you will do this one today. No. I want to know from you guys, number one, how will you go about the reconciliation? Because that cooperative, I stand to be corrected. There is a mess. It's a mess. So that is number one. Number two, I am aware that the former executives went into, in Abisho, they went into a loan arrangement. Now, if this is true, I'm not aware. If this is true, how do you tend to go about it? Because when it comes to loan negotiation, if you do not have, you understand, the prior knowledge about how to tackle things like this, that means you're delving into murky water. So, not to take too much of your time, that's my number two question. How do you go about it? Then number three, I heard 2 or 3 people here talk about...
we won't take more than 3 questions.
Okay, this is number 3. So I heard 2 or 3 people here talk about creating a cooperative shop. Yes, it's a beautiful idea as far as I'm concerned. But you see, it's not just about stating it. How are you going to go about it? What are the logistics you're going to put in place? What are the policies? What are the ideas? How do you plan to go about it? These are the few things I have to say.
Thank you very much. Sorry, we are going to moderate this because we don't have luxury of time. You are going to answer these 3 questions within 2 minutes. Once it's 2 minutes, we shut you down. Once you see my hand saying 1 minute remaining, it means you should round up. And the moment your time is up, you see me clapping. That shows it's okay. So you can prioritize, you can arrange your answer to be very convenient. And the timekeepers are. So we are going to start this way. We start with our lady, followed by our man, followed by our lady, followed by our man. So, the timekeeper, are you ready? The timekeeper, are you ready? Yes. Ma, can you please attend the 3 questions?
Once again, good afternoon, House. Based on the 3 questions I was asked, the reconciliation, yes, when we get to the office, by the grace of God, we collect all the transactions that has been taken up for the past 3-4 years. With the assistance of the auditor, who is among whoever that will get to the peak. From there, we now reconcile the takeout and the taking by the grace of God. By so doing, it will help us, subsequent problems that we'll be running out of will be corrected. Then the idea of loan negotiation that the cooperative run into, I think that idea, I don't know, it will come to the period that this time around it will not be again. We will not do it, it will not be continued, because that thing is putting the cooperative in a mess. You know, it creates double debt to the cooperative. Then the third one, the creating of shop.
1 minute.
The creating of shop. This one will not do it immediately, because I doubt if there is any resources left in the purse. That should be after like 4 or 6 months. When we get to the office, whatever we had, they will now employ a data processing officer that will work with the cooperative, and will now stock the stock with whatever that the house agreed. And by the time the members are taking, we'll be auditing it as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. In terms of reconciliation, first thing that the escrow will do first is try to know how much debt are we owing from cooperators. Because many people are still, their money has been deducted and they are not assessing loan. Then how much is outside for people to be assessed, like the properties that are landed property and so that you can be able to know how you can be able to reconcile the debt you have and what you have on ground. Sorry. Then try to set a committee that will go in to see how you can be able to retrieve all those debts that you have from members, from those that are owing, and at the same time sell the properties that can be able to bring back the money back to the cooperative, so that people can be able to access their money, because those money are people's money. Secondly, concerning the bank, in terms of bank must have done agreement and it can be legal. So we need to get a legal committee and people that know about banking, so that they can explain what actually the agreement they had on this loan. So that from there we will know how to take off. The committee will go in. If it's something that is beneficial to the cooperative, then we will continue to key into it, because it helps other people when there is need of money. To the cooperative, we will see how we can cut it off. In terms of the cooperative is a major project. Actually, we must have resources before you can say the cooperative. But we have to look at how we can be able to generate resources. First is the members that we will think of, because members' money is the key thing for this cooperative. Then, after getting the money to be able to give the members, then you can be able to incorporate welfare for the members through the cooperative, which will take a longer time to be able to get the money back, which the ESCO will try to see how they can right now to get other source of income that may come outside the contributors' money, so that they can be able to open a cooperative for members to be able to get that welfare in terms of confidence.
Thank you.
One is talk about formal loans enter into. I talk about liquidating of loans in my submission. It's not liquidating of a moribund company, but there's a program that you can liquidate loans that has been owned, or that you own, or the company is owing to other people. You design a program where this will be paid on, or where you will be paid those money. So I've said that liquidation of loans. Then the second one is, the third one is cooperative shop. Cooperative shop, you can sell the cooperative shop without money. It's true. Get a partner. Get a partner that people there with money. You bring them in, get a space for them. We can look for a space in this FCTA with the influence of this board we have today. Get the space, and can assure you there are men out there that will come and fill with commodities, goods, that you get in the good terms. What I mean, convenient terms that you can pay over time. That is true. There are people out there who are looking for the opportunity to partner. They don't need a body like this. They want to partner with. And I can show you can get them. And with a zero-sum account, we can run a cooperative shop. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. If you look at the first, what it takes us to answer the first question, it's almost all our time. So, by the power conferred on me by you, I want to cut down the question to one question. Because we are still going for the big boys. And also, why it's going to be one question. Hello? I want the question to be straight to the question. Let it not have branching. Don't narrate to us. Tell us what you want. And if anybody deviates on that, I have right to shut any question down. But I will try to accommodate everybody. Number 2, Ma, straight to the point. Contestants, please listen.
Good afternoon, fellow cooperators. My name is Mrs. Chika Ekwere Veronica, membership number 1268. I've listened to all the vice presidents, and they have a very nice presentation. But I just want to ask one question, because we know that you are coming to assist a president. And in some cases, presidents just balance. They will not even accommodate the vice. In case such a thing happens, and we are facing what we have faced before in Cooperative, how are you as a vice president going to call your president to order? And just as one of us said that, I can't even remember the time I attended Cooperative meeting, because it's the right of a president to call a meeting. You cannot call a meeting without a president. And hereby, let's assume that by the grace of God, it will not happen again. Let's assume our incoming president, two in the same line, refuse to call for meetings, don't tell us anything. You have a very nice presentation, very nice things to do for us as a cooperator, but you must do it with the power of the president. In case the president did not give you such power, how are you going to solve the problem?
I think we got the question. Contestant, anybody has any problem with that question? No. In one minute, how are you going to tackle that? We are going to start from the last person to the third person to the second person back to the first person. Who is the last person? Your time starts now.
Yes, that's a nice one. I said when I was making my submission. So we won't watch anybody to eat anybody's money. We are using corporate social responsibility. That is a model that never fails. It's a model that talks about transparency, equality, and sustainability, accountability. What that means is everybody has a vote. Everybody is responsible. Everybody, when the president goes astray, you drag him back to his senses. That's what I'm saying. If he refuses to listen, you bring him back to the court.
All right, thank you. Please, house, please. Hello. I will not appreciate it when you interrupt contestants. I don't like it. I don't like it. If you are in their shoes today, you will know it's not easy. So please, no matter how genuine whatever you have to say, if you interject them, we will be forced to say you should leave. That is very important. Third comment. Your time starts now.
Thank you, my fellow cooperators. Well, I don't think such will be the case in this team. Because one thing I have come to see is that we all have the same passion. Everybody and every one of us that have gathered and we've been meeting from time to time, I have seen that we are all pursuing the same goal. But in event of such, we thank God he's not the only one, he's not the only member of the executives. I am supposed to be his vice, and I'm supposed to act in his absence. I am there to serve as an advisory personnel to him. I would advise my president, and if all that fails, they come together and take a decision of what to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The second person, your time starts now.
Thank you very much. As a vice president, what we will do if the president tends to deviate from his manifesto, from his objective of where he is being placed, we will remind him. He has taken an oath and he has to abide with the oath. If he fails to do that, then the ESCO will sit and deliberate on what next to be done. If it means to call the Congress, we'll call the Congress, because as a deputy, as a vice president, I have equal right to, if the president is deviated, to call the AGM and tell the Congress this is what is happening and what Congress will take. There is tendency that the Congress can even impeach him if he refuses to come back.
Thank you. Now we're going to take from the last but not the least. Madam, your time starts now.
Good afternoon. Yes, in this case, by the grace of God, just like I say, mission and vision, that I will be a liaison to my co-cooperators or members to my president. First and foremost, I must establish this relationship, good relationship between me and my president, that whenever I call, he should hear or answer. So that says, my sister, if I should say, when that good relationship is there, whenever he calls or you press a problem before him from your members, I know he will answer. But eventually, if he did not answer to what we agreed or what he's supposed to do, just like my fellow professor said, he will call to book. And as well, I think by the time he called to book, he knows what to do. Thank you.
Number 3.
Sorry.
My name is Lawrence 1540.
Straight to the question.
My question goes to the doctor, medical doctor here. Okay. You are a chief medical doctor from the Head General Hospital. If you are elected as a vice president, how do you cope with your work in the field and the position you are taking from the cooperative? Can you tell us how you cope?
Thank you very much.
As a medical doctor, I'm 22 years post-graduation now, and I have younger ones. You know, in medical professional there is ranking, and there are people that are training. In my field, as a doctor, there are directives I can give to my younger ones to take on. It's only for them to call for me to seek for direction. So I'm not obligated to sit down 247 to work. And based on that experience, I've worked in many associations, and I've never been that, you know. I'm the immediate past vice president of ARD FCT, which I've done it without any pinch of fee. So on my level 17 as a medical officer, I have younger ones that I'm training, and they can take responsibility in an absence. So it won't be any problem for me.
Number 4 question. Number 4. Number 4 question. Number 5. Number 5. Straight your name.
My name
Then
is
straight the
Maya
question.
Fcda. I'm from Multipurpose. Number 1. Okay, one question.
You have only one question.
Concerning the issue of outstanding loan, and some of the members, they have retired. How are they going to recover the money? And also, people, they are talking about loan, and nobody is talking about the dividend. They are talking about what they are going to sell and everything. How are they going to share the dividend? Is it in a year, or how are they going to cover?
Thank you, ma'am. Dividend. Now, from doctor, then to madam number 2, then organ number 3, then madam number 4. Doctor, the time starts now. 1 minute.
Right, thank you, ma'am, for that question. If you're talking about dividends, you have to know how much you are giving out and how much you have gotten, how much interest you have gotten. Based on the assessment of cooperative presently, there is no genuine loan given to people. It's always special loan. And those special loans are outside by law. And the present loan they are giving in the bank, we don't know the agreement and the arrangement one has had with the present escrow. So for dividend, it is when you are giving normal loan and people are paying, then you get the dividend. And then you can decide whether you can share it either quarterly or yearly or monthly, based on the escrow decision and how much you are able to accrue after you're giving loan to people and they are paying the loan and you're seeing your dividend. That's how you're going to be able to pay and share the loan. But presently, it's very difficult to be able to assess because most people are not getting the genuine loan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Number 2.
Of all those, first of all, we get a comprehensive record of our members. From there, we find out those that have retired, those that have babies before they left, those that we are still owing. That is how we start. We start with the list to be able to reach out. Every cooperator has filled a form, and from there we can get their contacts. Even if they are no longer within the employment of FCT, we can reach them and they can access their money through that way. Yeah. Then the issue of dividends, we can't even talk of dividends for now until we are in. I mentioned the stock taking of all various businesses that the cooperative has. It is from such a avenue that you can talk of dividends. When we take stock and see what is derived, then we can now make sure that every member gets what is due to them. Thank you.
Thank you. Your question, dividend is a product of investment. If you don't invest, you can't get dividend. So if you give loans to people and they pay you interest, then you can pay dividend from that interest. So it, like the other ones that those that collected money retired, I can assure you that except they are dead. We will look for them. We will take an audit on both. We will look for them and try and recover our money. There are always ways to recover money. That is why even when we come on board, giving loans will be a difference in time. Special loan is not a bad thing. I don't really think it's a bad thing. If you have a collateral that is more than your loan, then it's allowed. That is true. So if I'm giving something that 50,000 for 100,000, why not? For the cooperative, you sell it, put the money to the cost. So special loan is not a bad thing. So what I'm trying to say is we can always recover our money except people are dead. Thank you.
Thank you. The last but not the least. The time starts now. One house.
Good afternoon, House.
Madam, look here. Madam.
Okay. By the grace of God, the retirees that they are still owing, so far with what I had, they have started paying them so far. And by the grace of God, by the time we get there, we continue from where others stop. And we make sure that everybody that is supposed to get his or her money, they will get them. Then the aspect of dividend, definitely, if you apply for loan, or they give you loan, or you access loan, after a calendar of year, if they release the dividend, it's either they post it to you to your account direct, or if you want, you will not access it. Except maybe in the idea that something like they don't give that loan. So my sister, whoever that owns that apply for loan, and at the end of the day, after every calendar year, they will give you your loan.
Thank you, ma'am.
They will give you your loan.
Where is number 6? Where is number 7? We are taking your 2 questions together. Right. Yeah.
My name is Comrade Sado David. I think, let me say, I quite sympathize candidates vying for these positions. Even when the cooperative is in a mess, they are still trying to go there. I want to ask, the question that was posed to the doctor is supposed to be posed to all the candidates. What time will they have in running this cooperative? Because we have seen
The question is what time? How would they get time? How would they create time to attend to cooperative issue? The last question, please.
My name is Adele Metobe, Fcda. Unfortunately, the question I prepared to ask has been asked.
Thank God. Because of that, hello, thank you very much, sir, for not wasting our time. Hello, one house. In one minute. Hello. In 1 minute, starting from Madam, followed by the second Madam, followed by the Oga, the close to the Madam, then Doctor will speak last. In 1 minute, can you answer that
By the
question?
grace of God, so far is what you want, or the sacrifice you want to make for the cooperative. I think I personally will bring up my time. I will not fish up what the problem is all about. Thank you.
All right. Number second.
Thank you very much. I will always try and create a balance between my job, my schedules in the office, and the cooperative activities. There is no seat or table for me in the cooperative the way I'm supposed to go and sit on daily basis. It's just for me to balance my job and make myself available whenever I am needed. Thank you very much.
Three.
Well, my submission is there's always time. It depends on your priority. Your priority, put them right. I think you have time to do every other. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Time created is my passion for rescuing this cooperative and the yearnings of our cooperators concerning the dying cooperative. With this, time will be created anyway to be able to see how we can be able to move this cooperative.
Electoral committee member, how many of us want to ask questions? Just 2 people. You want to ask questions? Okay, no problem. Can we hear your question directly, ma'am? Contestant, please listen. Straight to your question, straight.
Sorry, ma'am.
send their need for the people, the cooperatives. If in case there's a crisis, we have to ask the other colleague to try to manage this crisis, calling the attention of the president on the norms and the guidelines, that's the bylaw. If the president refused, then the decision has to be taken. And that decision has to be done by the Congress and the cooperators, because the cooperators are the ones that give us the mandate to be there, and we have to respect their mandate.
Thank you. Last but not the least.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
By the grace of God, when such things arise, I think with the way we are going, or the way this cooperative is going, is a new building. I know God will give us a good leader, a father that will always hear the cry of his followers. But by the grace of God, if eventually such thing happen, I think even the president knows that he himself is not the one that put himself there. There are people that put him to sit and speak for them. And if he refuses to understand, let the bylaw, which is our constitution, should come up. Thank you.
And the part that we have to bylaws.
I think the new one supersedes, sir. Thank you.
How did the new one come to
Anyway, thank you very much.
How did the new one come to
House, I don't know whether you will permit me to ask them questions.
Suspend your question.
Don't worry, I suspend my question.
Suspend it. Why are you suspending the
Why? Please, I want us to give a round of applause to all of us. To as many that have criticized that why are we doing this, I hope you are now seeing the reason why we are doing this. At least one of them is going to win. He will remember this day. A long time. And in case you don't know, we now know them better. And in case you don't know, we now know how to relate with them. No man is an island. We are all learning. I beg to step down my question because of time. And by the power conferred on me, I want the two presidential candidates to be on their feet. And if the House will agree with me, I want one to be on the right, one to be on the left.
Yes,
One should be on the right, one should be on the left.
Obi to the left. Atiku and Tinubu to the right.
Hold on. Can we calm down? Yes. You know, these are the big fish. I want them to manage it very well. Please, I want to crave your indulgence. To please ask that let everybody put their phone on silence.
Yes, sir.
If your phone rings, we will ask you to excuse us.
5,000.
Don't worry, we don't need money. If your phone rings, you will have to excuse us. So put the phone on silence. There are some special phones that does not have silence. Put it off. It's not going to be for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We will try to be true here. Please, I am begging you, it's my turn to beg now. So that you won't beg me later. Put your phone to silence. If you are using a special phone like me, that doesn't have silence, put it off. Thank you very much. Let me just quickly repeat again that it's not a do or die affair. And I want to charge the two of you that whoever got crowns eventually, I beg you to work together as a team. You may think it's as easy as you are looking at it from the outside. We have been inside already. We have had opportunity of checking one or two things, but I tell you, it's not as easy as you think. And from my experience, whether as a labor leader or even as a chairman, electoral committee, I tell you that your electorate has more problems than the leaders. Because the leader emanates even from among the electorate. Even to some of them that has mind of doing it well, you need to see the kind of advice that comes to them. When I became the chairman of this electoral body, I got, including some of it that I could slap somebody immediately. But as a leader, you can't do that. That's why all the time you will ask God to guide you. And today, even some of them that have given us contrary advice, I've come to see that we had vision. We have not rejected their advice because we don't respect them. We had vision. Vision that we know we add value to people. So this is not a court of law. It's not a court of law. It's not a do or die affair. We just want to share from your experience. We just want to have an idea whether you even know where you are going to. We want to have an idea whether you even know us as your cooperators. And we want to advise you also to say, in case this happens, do it this way, do it this way. And on that note, I want the two of them to introduce themselves sharply. People to ask questions because we don't have much time, and it's not about talking, it's about action. And after that, we'll be flexible to allow those 5 people to ask one question. So pray you are among those who will ask, because because they are president, everybody wants to ask questions. Or is there anybody that does not want to ask questions? No. Everybody wants to ask, don't worry. And after that, as electoral committee, we'll ask questions, and finally, by the grace of God, I will ask them questions. I should not ask them. So let's start this way. Mr. Tunde?
Yes, please.
I need somebody with a stopwatch. The one I'm using has been taken away now.
You won't even need the stopwatch, sir.
Don't worry. It will reach. Then can I have a copy from the two of you? And I hope it's signed. I won't take a manifesto that is not signed.
Who they share it here? But I come to sign a copy. Who they share?
Tell this house what you want.
Thank you very much. Greetings once again, dear colleagues. My name is Ajibo Oyebanjitunde. I am an administrator with over 18 years experience, having worked in different capacities within various SDAs in the FCTA. I obtained a national diploma in business administration from Fcda Polytechnic, Niger State, and also a BSc in political science from the University of Abuja. I'm vying for the office of the president of our prestigious Fcda Multipurpose Cooperative Society because of my love for humanity as well as impacting lives positively, and I need your support. I'm offering myself to serve as the president for the next 2 years with a plan to restructure and reposition the cooperative society, and most importantly, ensure that issues relating to cooperators' interests and welfare are dealt with expediently, effectively, and efficiently. All this I plan to do through my carefully articulated 7-point agenda, which are as follows. And because of this, I will explain. 1, to ensure proper accountability of cooperative transactions. We are all aware of the relationship between the outgoing ESCOs and the IBTC. Now, I understand that with a decision with such magnitude has to have the vote, at least 2/3 agreement from the cooperators. But this was not even thrown to us. So, in my own, when I get to a place like this, I want to ensure that any decision that has to do with something of such magnitude will be thrown to the cooperators. That's 1. 2, bring sanity to loan disbursement. There's not going to be a friend there. If you're due for a loan and we have it, you don't need to beg us for us to give you loan because it's your money. So anybody that comes and we have discussions, let us see how we can give this, offset this. That's what we're going to do. 3, to revive dead businesses owned by cooperative society and devise other means of revenue. We are all aware, we've always been hearing that we have block industry, we have poultry, but we don't see any proceeds from there. We need to revive this. We need to know how far. Then there are businesses that you know that you can get. There are things that you can bring up every day that will bring cash to the cooperators. For instance, is there anybody that doesn't eat bread in a day? If we have a bakery within this FCTA, I think people will just run around and say you want to buy cooperative bread, and if it's good, that's one thing I think we can do. Yeah. Another thing I think I can show is that I want to ensure, by God's special grace, an inclusive system of administration. Yes, people have always been saying that being a president, you take all the glory, you take all the blame. No, sir. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be play as usual. Everybody, people that have been criticizing me, by God's special grace, when I get there, you are going to be the ones that are called to be committee members. You will do the undoable. Because when it goes bad, you will be called upon to. And we'll give you a time frame for that. Everybody that is somebody will be somebody in this cooperative by God's special grace. Amen. Also, I will ensure by the special grace of God, I don't say what I can't do. I will ensure that dividends are paid within 1 year. Write it down if I get in there by God's special grace. Within 1 year, it doesn't take you anything to give you 2,000 or 3,000, but you know that it's coming from, this is what you are gaining. For the past 10 years, I haven't gotten any dividend. And you know what you want to do with it? It's you don't go into your savings. This is what I want to do by God's special grace. Now, there are also going to be periodic town hall meetings to ensure close-knitted. I understand that most of the problems that the ESCOs, the outgoing ESCOs have been having is that they do not have any form of relationship, no feedback. Now, when you don't have the